Hey, good morning, Janelle and Tommy. How are you guys today?
Good morning. Good. How are
I'm
you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for speaking with me this morning because I have to tell you, I really, really adored this movie. I honestly started watching it and I'm like, what am I watching here? What am I going to expect? And by the end of it, I think I used a whole box of Kleenex. Like, did you guys have to use the
Oh,
Kleenex when you were reading the script?
oh yeah, yeah. I definitely ugly cried while reading the script, and I think we cried a little bit during the table read as well. But we're so glad you liked it.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed. And Janelle, let's start with you because there's so many layers. There's so much. What I love so much about this story too is it really just encourages not just young kids, but everyone to just go for their dreams, never give up. And I wanted to know what it was for you because you're also a producer on the film. What struck you that you needed to be a part of this?
I think I loved the hopeful message of it. You know, my husband and I were we were going through a traumatic loss as well during the time that I got this script. So I really connected with it and just started crying immediately, like, oh my gosh, this is insane. And then, seeing her journey when she meets Oak and how she pulls herself out of her trauma and kind of comes back to life and then ends up having these beautiful experiences and a beautiful relationship with Oak. It was just very inspiring and hopeful that we can all get through our trauma and end up living a beautiful life still. And I needed to be a part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Tommy, where did you come from? You are unbelievable talent. Okay, first of all, let me just tell the viewers about you. First film, you are incredible singer, incredible guitar player. You did an amazing job acting. You wrote most of the music for this film. My
Mm-hmm.
goodness, kudos to you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you so
Tell
much.
me about this.
Wow.
You're so welcome. I mean, look, I know that you. When I saw you on this in this movie, I went, this kid had to have been in School of Rock, like 100%. So then I went and Googled you, and sure enough, yes, of course, you were on the tour. But I have to ask you, what was this experience like for you? You were 10 when you shot it, and you are 12 now. You're a veteran, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yeah. Um. Wow. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. I don't get. And I don't get like. I guess I don't get a lot of compliments because like, the people I've been around since I was so young, and like. I think it's good though because my dad definitely doesn't want me my dad doesn't want me to get a big head or whatever, and I don't either. Like I really try to stay humble, and so but like thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And the movie, it was literally, it's so insane that I got that opportunity, and it's so hard to like. Sometimes it's hard to like actually like process the fact that I was like in a movie, and I am just absolutely so grateful for the opportunity.
Well, you did a spectacular job, and Janelle, I got to ask you, what was your first impressions of meeting Tommy? Because man, this kid, like I said, I'm not even saying it to be, coy or anything. He just knocked it out of the park. It
He
was like working with
really,
an adult,
really
so
did.
mature.
I, I mean, it was surreal. Like, he was never nervous. He was so comfortable in front of the camera, even though he'd never been on a set before. And then he plays the guitar, and you're just like, I've never heard anybody play a guitar like this in my life. And he's 10, and he wrote the music. It was just, I was in a constant state of awe, truly. He is amazing. And some of my favorite scenes in the movie are my scenes with Tommy because he was so raw and emotional, and we were playing with each other. He was very present and in the moment with me, and it felt so real and wonderful.
Yeah, it really did. My heart went out. Now, I also listen. I have two boys. They're older now, but my older son picked up a guitar when he was young, and he plays. He's phenomenal too. And it just made me.
That's awesome.
It just so maybe I just loved it a little bit more because of I could relate to it in some ways. But Tommy, I want to ask you too, because not only are you so good musically and everything that you do in your acting, but you have some extremely emotional scenes with the amazing Alexa Vega, who plays your mom. And I don't want to give away too much about what happens with your relationship, but wow, even just crying on cue. That's pretty. Tell me about working with her and getting through some of those scenes.
Yeah, I think the biggest scene that was really took the most emotion was with Janelle. I had a crying scene. But with yeah, I'll tell you about both. With Alexa, I felt like she was like my mom. She's the one who inspired me to get the new Pokemon game. So she's a very motivational person. And she was like, I swear to God, like before I walked in the room, she's like on her Pokemon, and she's really good. Like she's also like, I mean, besides just the fact that she plays, she's pretty good at it. I mean, I'm not as good as her, but besides that, I felt like she was my mom. And like literally, yeah, I had a lot of emotion. I mean, a lot of them were improv too. Like, I mean, some of them like it wasn't like complete improv, but like, I mean, there was one scene that was like pretty much completely improv, and it felt very natural with her, and the emotions kind of came naturally because it felt very, it felt awesome. And with Janelle, I had this crying scene, and my mom has the song, you might know it. It's from Waiter. It's called "She Used to Be Mine." And whenever my mom yeah, I pretty much whenever my mom sings, I tear up because I love my mom so much, and it's like such a sad song, and the lyrics, and especially because my mom and my whole family, but especially my mom had like a huge loss, and hearing her sing that, it just makes me feel like to have my mom sing that in front of me like that emotional of a song, it really like it makes me so sad, and that's why like with the crying scene, like it was still really hard, but like every time before the crying scene. My mom, like I would sit in the room with my mom and she would sing that to me, or like I just listened to it on a recording. I can't remember, but I mean it was really hard, and like especially it was very emotionally and physically tiring to like have to do that, especially because it was over and over again too. But it was a great experience to like have to experience like crying on set, and then that was like the whole day. That day was a bunch of very emotional scenes.
I can just imagine, but well, you did a fantastic job. And Janelle, for you, like, of course, I'm talking to you from Canada, from Toronto, and you've got a lot of fans here, people who, of course,
I
love
love
Pretty Little
Toronto.
Liars, and yeah, well, we love. Listen, when this is over, you're going to have to come back 100%. You
I
too,
got
Tommy, for sure.
engaged
We
in
want to have.
Toronto.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's
I was in
great.
Toronto. I was playing Sandy in Greece at the Winter Garden.
Yes, yes, I
And
remember. Yes.
my husband flew out there and surprised me and proposed to me.
Okay. Well, then you need to come back here 100% to
I
celebrate, when
will.
the pandemic over. But just quickly, I want to, going from something like Pretty Little Liars and all the other things you've done, this experience, I would think probably is pretty high up there for you in terms of what you've done professionally.
Yes, this is one of my favorite productions I've ever been a part of. One of my favorite characters, one of my favorite experiences. We shot it in 14 days. That's pretty quick. And the bonds that we formed, I mean, the bond with Tommy and with the band was effortless. And that's really special, when that happens. And it was just, I just fell in love with everybody and with the movie and everything about it.
Yeah, well, listen, congratulations to the two of you, both Janelle, you and Tommy, just done an outstanding job. And you know what? You're such an inspiration, Tommy. I hope young kids watch this and pursue their dreams, whether it's music or whatever. But you really both did a wonderful job in this, and thank you so much for your time. Love the film.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
You're
much.
so welcome.